somebody who's going to be in the room today, Tennessee Congressman Tim Burchett. Congressman, good morning. Great to have you on. You are in Tennessee.
I am.
All right, so you're not going to be in the room today, but you'll be monitoring closely. 50-50 when I wrote that in the script, but I figured he's on the committee. Here we go again.
Wait, there's a delay. I think he's saying, so are you going to be part of it today?
Yeah, I'm going to be in the room.
Okay.
I'm just getting ready to get on
Will
the plane,
you be able to ask questions, Congressman?
I hope so. But as the 435th most powerful member of Congress, generally by the time they get to me, the good questions are already asked, and usually the custodian's sweeping up in front of me. I play a lot of listening, and then Jim Jordan and James Comer are excellent at this. They know what needs to be asked, and truthfully, what else needs to be asked? $20 million has flowed through this family. We've showed the circuitous route from the president's brother to, especially on this latest divulgence with the healthcare company that they gave the president's brother a loan, apparently of $400,000, because that's what businesses do.
Oh, we've got the check, sir. It was for $200,000. I think we can probably pop that up on screen. That's my big question, because Democrats, and we had a Democrat who's very popular with our audience on with us earlier this morning, and I'm being sarcastic, but he said that there's no connection between Joe Biden and any of this money that James and Hunter were apparently raking in over the course of a decade or more. And here we've got this check from March the 1st, 2018. A healthcare company, again, pays James Biden $200,000 on the very same day James Biden cuts this check right here, loan repayment, to his brother Joe, and nobody said what the loan was for. If it was on the up and up and on the level and not nefarious, don't you think the administration would come out and say, my brother James had to redo his garage, so I was a good big brother and I loaned him $200,000, Congressman?
Yeah, that's one heck of a pickup truck. I think I loaned my brother $50 2 Christmases ago, and I'm still waiting on it. So I really don't, the company loaned Jim Biden money, and then on the very day he turns around and writes Joe Biden a check. That's pathetic. And there's no proof anybody's paid any taxes on any of this money. I just think there's a lot of questions left unanswered. And of course, the lamestream media keeps saying there's no proof. I mean, what more proof do you need? You've got FBI informants, you've got IRS informants, you have bankers, you have bank records, you have Tony Bobulinski gave name, dates, times, places, cash amounts. I mean, the whole deal. It's out there. The problem we really have is a Justice Department that refuses to look at any of this. And that's the real frustration. And that's why this year, I hope, 2024, I hope that 20 million people that decided to stay home this last election cycle decide to go vote, because elections have consequences. And these are the consequences that we're seeing.
Yeah, Congressman, you said that there's a lot of questions still unanswered. What do you need to hear from Hunter Biden today?
Well, I'd like to know that he paid taxes on any of this, ma'am. To be honest with you, I think that to me just shows that there's two separate entities in this country. There's the haves and the have-nots, and obviously the Bidens are the haves. I know a lot of wealthy people that just get hounded by the IRS on a regular basis. And it doesn't look the IRS even looked at any of this. And two, I'd like to know why he has over 20 shell corporations, why he has 20 bank accounts, in what product was he selling? That would be a good question to be asked. What product was he selling? Yeah. Because obviously they were selling something, and what the American public knows, they were selling the brand. They were selling the name Biden. They were selling access to the president.
And you do expect him to show up. It does appear as though he's going to show up. He showed up the last time. He didn't show up for the deposition, but he made a speech outside the Senate building. You expect him to be seated today for this deposition, Congressman?
Yeah, I think he'll be there. He showed up by the Senate. The reason he did that is so the House couldn't bring him in. Right. But the truth is, he showed up to committee just to disrupt it. I think he was doing some lame documentary or something. I don't know. Maybe it'll be called The Sacrificial Lamb. I'm not sure. But this thing is just pathetic, and it's gone on too long. We need to wrap it up and make our case. We've made our case to the American public, and now it's time to send it over to the Senate and let Schumer ignore it.
All right. Congressman, we'll leave it there. Good to see you, my friend.